Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. There is a figure given over here. The figure above shows three squares with areas of 16, 64 and k respectively. If line L passes through the vertex of each square, what is the value of k? Okay, the area of the first square, the smallest square is 16. Let me write it. And the area of this second square is 64. Let me write it. And the area of this square is k. Okay, now let's consider the first square which has area of 16. Okay, now to get the length of each side of this first square, what I have to do is I have to take square root of the area of 16. When I find square root of 16, it's 4. So the length of each side of the first square over here is 4. So here we have 4 and here we have 4. Now let me consider the second square over here. Its area is 64. Now to get the length of each side of this square, I have to take square root of this 64. Then I'm getting 8. So the length of each side of this square is 8 over here and over here. And the length of this side is also 8. Okay, already we know that the length of this part is 4. What is the length of this part over here that I marked in red color? It has to be 4. So that 4 positive 4 will be the length of the side of the second square, 8. And also here this part is 8. What is the length of this part? So already we know that to get the length of each side of this third square, what we have to do is we have to take square root of this area. Okay, then we get square root of k. So here the square root of k, here we have square root of k, here we have square root of k, and the length of this side also must be square root of k. But the length of this red color part is 8. Then what is the length of this green color part? For that we have to subtract this 8 from the total length square root of k. Then the length of this green color part is square root of k negative 8. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the slope of the line L using the triangle we have over here that I'm marking in green color part. Okay, and also I'm going to use the formula rise over run. Let me find the slope of line L. Slope of line L equals to rise over run. Since it's a rising line, always rise has to be positive. So here, when I consider the smallest triangle over here, the rise is given by this 4 and the run is given by this 4. Then we get 4 over 4, which is equal to 1. Okay, now I got the slope of line L. Now I'm going to find the slope of the same line L using the triangle we have over here. So when I consider this triangle, the rise is given by square root of k negative 8 and the run is given by 8. Let me do it. So slope of line L equals to rise over run. Rise is this time rise is square root of k negative 8 and run is just 8. But already we got the slope of line L, that is 1. So we can plug in 1 for the slope of line L. Then we get 1 equals to square root of k negative 8 over 8. Now our aim is to find the value of k. So first let me get of this 8. For that we have to multiply both sides of this equation by 8. So this 8 will cancel out, and the left side square root of 8 times 1 is just 8, and the right side we have square root of k negative 8. Let me add 8 to both sides. When I add 8 to both sides, this negative 8 positive 8 will cancel. I'm getting 16 on the left side. On the right side we have square root of k. Now to get rid of the square root, I have to square both sides. Let me do it. So when I square both sides, 16 square is 256. On the right side, the square root and square will cancel. I'm just getting k. Okay, now I got the value of k, which is 256. I find 256 in answer choice B. The correct answer choice for this question is D.